Taara is a tank hero, a good friend of mages and marksmen, also she can deal great damage. If you want to master Taara, don't miss Guys today. Abilities. Taara is a tanky warrior who mainly takes the top. She is good at melee and possesses good recovery. Now let's see her abilities. Passive, Scar Craver. Taara gains attack damage for rich HP loss. No mana is lost when Taara deals damage. Current HP is consumed on skill use, which can be restored over a few seconds. Ability 1, Colossal Smash. Taara leaps into the air and smashes the ground with a hammer, dealing physical damage to enemies within range and slowing them. A long-distance leap that can be used to stick to enemies and escape. The cooldown time of Taara's ability 1 is short, so she can do well in melee and survival. Ability 2, Bone Crusher. Taara swings her hammer in circles, dealing physical damage twice to each enemy range. Most of Taara's attack damage comes from it. Its cooldown time is very short, the late game only needs 4 seconds to refresh, and building equipment can be further reduced. Ability 3, Stealed Focus. Taara unlocks his full potential, restoring large HP in a period, increasing his movement speed and gaining armor within few seconds. A super ultimate that can be used to stick to enemies, attack barrel enemies, dive, take damage and escape. Let's see his core abilities. 1. 1A 2A is a basic combo. Taara lacks burst, so it's necessary to use normal attacks consecutively between abilities. You can first use ability 2 to fight with enemies, waiting to trigger ability 1 to decide whether to chase or flee. 2. Stay and cast abilities to recover when you have no ultimate and low HP. Taara's current HP is consumed on skill use, but each percentage of lost HP is restored over 3 seconds. In a word, there is always an advantage if you are under half health. 3. Control your HP under half. You can do more damage with passive. 4. Run and gun to reduce the cooldown time of ability 1 and increase your mobility. Preparation tips. In A.O.V, Taara's attack is related to her own health. Let's see the equipment and preparations for her. As a tank with a high survivability, you should first improve your health and recovery, then increase the armor and magic defense properly to increase your attack damage, enhancing the ability to stick to enemies. The suggested build order is Leviathan, Gilded Greaves, Frost Cape, Yoga Sage, Shield of the Lost, Medallion of Troy. The suggested talent is Punish. It's always used to grab the dragon in invade. Use it to suppress the opponent's jungler, but don't clear your team's monster to farm. Enchantment system recommendation for primary mastery: Avada, Tower Sentry, Fast Healing, Explosive Shield. For secondary mastery: Symptom of Light, Opal Beat, Intimate Restore. Suggested Arcana: Blaze 10, Fairy 10, Dragoon 10. Practical tips. Taara is a warrior melee takes the top, playing both jungle and support. Let's see the practical tips on her. During the learning phase, invade the opponent's jungle near Slayer land. Try to use Punish to grab the buff. It can sharply slow the opponent jungler's pace, then immediately come back to the land. Use ability 2 to quickly clear the waves and kill the land monsters. Continue to invade the opponent's jungle. You'd better remember the respawn time of their monsters. When the dragon is awakened, clear the wave and grab the dragon, go to help the mid and bot when there is no monsters to kill. In a word, the strategy for Taara to farm is clear, invade, clear, support. During the teamfight phase, let teammates fight against the opponents, thus creating space for Taara to push the line alone. High mobility and survivability allow her to escape easily. In the teamfight, drop into the barrel with your team's assassin, stick to the core enemy and take the damage. Doing so can increase the success rate of killing. You can also choose to stay with your teammates and protect the core hero from being killed by the opponent's assassin. Don't use the ultimate when you are in full HP, use it when your HP is under half. It can both share the damage and control our HP to around half. Doing so can maximize our survivability and attack damage. Note that Taara becomes easy to die after the ultimate ends. You'd better save an ability for survival. Taara is an insurmountable line of the defense and heavy hammer that breaks the core of the enemy. Do you have any other practical tips or interesting strategy about Taara? Welcome to subscribe our channel and leave your comments.